y'all? Sam, serious? So, another episode of Factorio. I'd like to wrap up some business I've started. Matter of fact, some of that business I actually went ahead and wrapped up off camera. So, I've created a 4x4 lane belt, not lane balancer, belt balancer off of the iron station here. Routed 2 belts down. I replaced the steel line and made one of these belts the steel line. Regardless, though, all that would be redirected through the utility science production all the way to the iron plate line here. Technically a 4x4 belt, 2 of them towards the southern base, 2 of them covering the north. So the belt here is making the difference on what's already been consumed at the iron line down here without having to expand the factory or having to expand the buses. Especially considering I can't really expand the iron bus very much anymore in general, so anyhow, now don't let this fool you. This is still only running off of this one iron field. I just got the other iron field to take care of. I did create a 1-4 train here. Additionally, I set up 3 oil outposts. So we got more than enough oil being resupplied, stuff like that. I also went hand and started planning out a bunch of rails and placing them as I go. So I've also been expanding the rail network off camera. It's actually one of the parts I would consider more tedious than interesting when it comes to Factorio. But when it all comes together, though, it's a sight to watch. Anyhow, after I get this going, I wanted to go ahead and set up some quick outposts for uranium harvesting. That means a brief expansion on the oil field and a creation of a coal train. So I got a little bit of routing work to do. Alrighty, so there's that right there. Almost destroyed that power pole there. Coal train. I also added rocket fuel production in the mix of this thing too as well, so I'm having to get used to the tank being more responsive in performance. Speaking of which, I'm going to have to refuel on that thing. I hardly stocked up on rocket fuel. You know, the only thing left to do now is to lock down a coal train. Yep, those guys are coming over there. Those are conbots. Alright, I'll just copy and pasta the entity properties, and that should be enough to get these things going. So once the inventory on that gets filled up, it should be on its way to jumpstart the iron supply. This was yes, cool. That coal layer is now being route. So keep time productive here, and oops. Start. Taking care of the gun turrets. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna need ammo soon. I may not have enough to cover all the turrets, but I can at least get the turrets slapped down. Everything's start coming to demand now as coal gets into the furnaces. This is about 3 lanes of iron going into these things. Because of the fact that I got 2 lanes of iron going already, I got 1 red belt of extra iron being produced. Nice thing about over-preparing my defenses and claiming territory with gun turrets too as well is I don't have to worry about any biter incursions within the territory that I've claimed, as long as I'm not allowing bug expansions to set in place. This train came back right on time. And this train should be filling up considerably faster, considering the fact it has 3 smelteries going into it. That should be 3 fully compressed belts. Alright, we'll go ahead back up to the factory. I'm confident that this is going to be working properly, so that's iron set up. Now, I'm nearing a point of the game where things are starting to become even further brand new to me. Space science has received a very major change. Now, I want to create some space science here, so let's see what it takes to... Ooh. I definitely need a rocket silo. I'm definitely going to have to get into concrete making. I mean, concrete's like what? Iron and stone. Iron ore and stone. Oh. Hmm. Well, there is one area that does come to mind, and I forecasted this a long time ago. I can use this stone field to create some concrete, some stone here. That gets melted down to a bunch of bricks, and then use whatever iron ore coming from this side to... Actually, what I'll do is I'll just route all the stone here. I mean, I actually have to do that. I think I could just create a 1-1 train here for just to haul stone over. Or not stone, but iron ore over. And that's what I'll do. It doesn't necessarily have to be gigantic or fancy. Just small enough to get the trick done. Alright, I know where I'm going to next. Also, too, if I get all the iron stuff over here, oh, that means I have to make a new stop for it too as well. Here. All right. And I'll just create a new intersection here and straighten things out here. What I will do is I will route all the iron ore and stuff over here, have the stone bricks go here, through there, and have water be routed down from somewhere. Have this side being occupied for concrete production. I do believe, though, that for refined concrete, I will need steel and iron for sure, as well as concrete. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go very huge on concrete production because I'm going to need refined concrete for the rail supports and rail ramp should I want that. At least will set me up for nuclear power. I know that's a goal that I want to do soon. I don't have the option on making a nuclear reactor yet, for I haven't mined up a whole lot of uranium yet. Without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get things going. And hopefully I have enough to make use of materials for space science. Now doing this will cause a dip in iron ore in iron plate production at the side of the base I'm drawing this from, but you know what? Considering the fact that I already have one extra iron lane over available here, I can afford that. The only thing that would slow down iron plate. I have a hard time seeing those. Huh. Caution concrete might help. Anyhow, jeez Louise. DQ went weird on me. Oh. And this is running out of iron or not coal. Excuse me, this is a squirrel moment, I know. Seeing like small issues pop up, and I don't want that to affect throughput of the base. Nice to see that the bots are working. I don't need those. I was using those to for this little thing here. I'm having it to where that this pump will only pump fluids in here should there be like a certain amount of space made available for that. Just to guarantee that the starter pump jack field has the space necessary to always has the ability to pump into this always and have the oil trains here, this oil processing system here be supplemental. This should be enough to where this tank will always have a specific space to fill up whenever the original pump jacks can't keep up with the refinery demands. Thus, we're allowing it to run up all the way to a point where this tank is halfway filled, then it'll stop and keep topping off accordingly. And I know that was a another distraction. Squirrel. There we go. That will help keep that smelting line fully saturated. All right, back to the quest for iron ore. Sure. Now I do see a foreseeable problem here, though. Get to that in a minute. Albeit, this area will be effective in terms of getting iron ore and stuff. Should by any reason though the train need to get out in the coal area and the iron train area can't allow space to give for such way, it means that there will have to wait until both of those trains are done. Before I leave this area, I will apply that fix. I do have a fix in mind. Better be for iron ore. This ore will stockpile up. And the solution to the problem I described earlier will be a very simple one. Though this intersection, though, isn't exactly... I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be truly faithful in the design of that intersection, because either way, everything is still aligned to power poles. Just creating that should guarantee that the iron train has always an open bypass. Right. Unless there's space for the train to just zip across. If both these spots should be occupied, it theoretically should just take the roundabouts and head right back up. If that doesn't fix the problem, then I will have to apply some modifications to the rails here to branch off of the bottom parts there without being connected to the roundabouts, guaranteeing that it'll take this straight as the shortest path possible instead. But only if I absolutely have to, though. Should I have a bunch of requester chests right now? Okay, so utility science here isn't keeping up. Why is that? Steel. It's hurting on steel. I mean, a lot of steel is being put into rail making. It doesn't realize a whole lot of steel is being consumed from the top here. Like the rails here is consuming a fair amount of it. I know this is going to be guzzling a fair amount of it. I mean, at the end of the day, all the steel is mostly going to here. A little bit going up towards the north. Regardless, I see what I need to see. Now, while I'm here, though, eventually the full system here is going to be replaced by a requester system. For rocket fuel, especially when I really skyrocket rocket fuel production. These lines prioritize a little bit. And I will just have that cool line up here just be the end of that, just going to that there. Matter of fact, that'll be a wrap here. I should further solidify some connections with the Robo network. And let's stock that area pretty quickly. Oh, the localized bots are either low on power or to me. Well, it bets for power. Anyhow. Now. Go ahead, get down to business here and That there will be for iron. I'll need stone bricks and water. On top of that, I will, for refined concrete, I will need steel and iron. So I will also do a fine routing of iron and steel this way too as well. Right by now. So iron ore pickup, wait for cargo and inactivity, and then I'll make this empty cargo and inactivity. Is this thing already filled up with iron, with coal? Yes, it's doing absolutely fine with that. Oh, oops. Give me a second. Yeah, it's got that one confused. Ah, I did it again. Okay, now go map. There we go. Should move on its own shortly. Cool. This train does have a long route to take, but it'll do. Just zip right through. How's this train down here doing? Okay, so it's not present at spot. It's because it's going elsewhere, ain't it? Yep. It's because of that spot. Alright, it's going to be coming back and forth several times to stock up these chests. I do believe I got water being supplied here somewhere. That I do. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna hug the tracks with this. There we go. That's water supply guaranteed to go down here. Combots will cover that. That's the mini bus for that created. So there's that little area. Looks like the train has made its deposit. And it's gone already. These two chests left. Alright, so this is... Man, looks are deceptive. So this is what 2,000 items look like. I mean, I should know what way more than that looks like considering how many years I've played this, but still, it's a lot to take in at times. So it takes 10 seconds to produce 10, so it's 1 per second. Additionally, 15 seconds for 10 refined concrete for like 20. Wow. Refined concrete is really deepened in terms of how much it yields at a time, though, because it takes 20 concrete to make that. And hazard concrete's simple to make. Well, regardless. Bricks and water. Where do I want to route this? I think I know how I want to route this. Substations here. There's 8 per second, 16 per second, 24 per second. Oh, these need iron ore. Okay. Thought I messed up for a second. Ore. Alright, and then I gotta junctions for water and we'll want to get to that eventually. It should pop up pretty quickly afterwards. This would be 24 per second. Oh, silly me. This would need like what 5, so it's basically half a stone brick per second, which means about 1.2 stone bricks in consumption per second, which is barely any being consumed. Hmm. It's all right. So is that marking the overextension? So that's that mechanic felt for reverse time. Normally throughput would be so bad that it's barely doable, but in this case it kind of stops fluid on its tracks at the right at the moment. Goodness is though is that I'm getting lots of concrete being produced here, and I mean lots. And it's alright with me. I want lots. I also just realized another thing too as well. This is 24 concrete per second being produced. I need red belts. Alright, so that is concrete. And with that being noted, I will add this to the bus line. Alright. That'll be redirected to other areas of demand. Now the next step now is to see what it takes to make refined concrete. So for sure, concrete, water. I just need to treat still need like what? How many? 8 and 15 seconds. That there is basically. Let me think here. So 8 and 15 seconds. One thing is able to produce 4 per second. Theoretically speaking, one of these should be able to draw from one of these. So this will be for... I'm challenging myself a little bit here. So iron. Through there. I was afraid of that. Actually, these will manage just fine tiled up like this. That's repeatable. So iron can go through here. That should be enough to supply all four. Because this will produce two, assuming craft speed of 1, that is, that will produce about 4 per second. One of these will be 8 and 15 seconds, so that's like less than 2 per second. No. Less than 1 per second. Definitely less than 1 per second. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so that's that. How are these to be outputted? I do that. These are operating every 15 seconds, so I don't have to do these at a very high throughput. Alright, so I got iron in there. I just need supplied concrete and water. Alright, cool. And steel. How much steel does this thing need? 1 steel plate, so it's a low throughput. I can get away with that being a low throughput item. Not so much for concrete, though. I mean, when I think about this, this thing needs 20 concrete in 15 seconds, so that's about... You know what? My brain ain't doing math right now. It's going to take too long, so 10 divided by 15. Okay, so basically 2/3 of concrete per second. That times 8 is 5 concrete per second. So I'd still be overproducing concrete immensely. And 8 per second is fine enough with me for that. Unless I have reason to expand, which if I do, I just copy and paste it and go lengthwise. Alright, and I just gotta connect the inserters. Another matter I didn't think about too as well is how to connect all the fluids. Figure out a solution just now. I'm going to do this to make space for the substations. Not exactly efficient placement of substations, but it's kind of needed in order to get that dealt with. So this is going to go into here. This here's only for concrete. These are only interact with that. Okay, there's no risk of that getting cross-contaminated. Cool. Alright, one thing left to do is to put this concrete machine to the test. Oh, Oh, yeah, that's concrete. Never mind. That's right. That's concrete. That's fine. For a second there, I thought I did something else. There we go. I get that down just in case if I have to make it. Yeah, I respect the fact that wood is making refined concrete be something that you have to make for a few machines and stuff. I always found I had very little use for refined concrete, especially considering how expensive they are versus regular concrete. You know, snowstorms a big imbalance of resources. Okay, so what exactly is bottleneck still? Steel? Plenty of steel here. It's like awesome here. Wow, I made a mistake there somehow? Oh, whatever it was, it's corrected now. Lit up light green too, so I want to check it out. Now, regardless, it's functional now. So utility science seems to be the slowest one being produced right now. Don't think low density structures is a problem here, but if not, then I could always shift this line across and back and then increase the size of the line. Oh, plastic. get any coal. So it's being like this because coal isn't keeping up, huh? Alright, that's a bottleneck effect I'll fix off camera then in that case. Been a decent episode. Got the whole iron field set up, got the coal depot set up, so it's fully operational, minus defenses. I got everything rooted around off camera before this episode. Oil is looking a-okay. Unexpectedly had to set up this here for concrete production. It's going to be needed for space stuff, whether it is for the cargo landing pad, rocket silo. Definitely need to make that. Which, all of them I can get now. What was stopping me from making that was concrete. These here I can produce. And I can make a starter space platform there. Alright. So I am a step closer to making space platforms. Well, how much space platforms do I need to make? Just one? I guess I need 60 to get started on that. I will set up production for space platforms and stuff then in the next episode. In the meantime, off camera, I'm going to be applying some optimizations. Anyhow, y'all, I'll see y'all in the next episode, and y'all take care.